Today, how to reset your nervous system in minutes and start building real resilience today. Welcome to Sacred Grit, a podcast equipping men to conquer addiction and overcome inner struggles through physical, mental, and spiritual disciplines so you can become a man of honor and integrity. I'm Jason.Lyle. Now let's get to work. Today you'll learn breathwork works because it resets the body's alarm system. You don't need more information, you need repetition. And start simple and do it every day. This episode is brought to you by Capital City Roofing, capitalcityroofing.net. What's up, my dude? Welcome back to the Sacred Grit Podcast and Gritty Wednesday. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about how to reset your nervous system in just minutes. And if you've emailed me and got the free MP3 of me leading the breath work, then you already know where we're headed, but this will give you a little more information. If you've not emailed me, you can drop down in the show notes there and you can email me and I will send you back an MP3 recording of me leading the breath work. It's completely free. Now, the reason why breath work works is because it resets the body's alarm systems, right? So if you think about the amygdala, that's your fight or flight mechanism. Let's think of it like a smoke detector in your body. When that thing fires off, as we talked about on Sacred Sunday, it starts telling you that you're unsafe. So stress at work or marital problems, and that signal may not always be true, but we lose rational thought. If you listen to Sacred Sunday, you'll hear me unpack this a little bit. So we lose that rational thought. Breath work helps us reset the body's alarm system. And once we close that prefrontal cortex with the amygdala, then we have access to our rational thought downloading into our body and our body responding to rational thought. So we get this loop to complete instead of the loop being broken. Dysregulation is very simple. And it's the simplest form is that we lose connection in the brain and the body. And that loop is disrupted and we start living directly from the survival response and not from rational thought. Okay. Now, here's the thing, man. Like a lot of us have been to 12-step programs. We've been to therapy. We've talked to friends. We've tried all manner of things, and we still can't overcome the things that are bothering us. That's because you don't need more information, my friend. You just need more repetition, okay? You're not calming your thoughts here. You're telling your nervous system it's safe. The daily reps train your system to come down faster when real stress hits. So we're starting to do this every single day. It's like when I first started doing CrossFit, we would do these things called wall balls. It's where you take a 20-pound ball and you squat down and you throw it at a 10-foot target. And then as the ball comes down, you catch it and squat and throw it back up. And those things just felt extremely difficult at first, like the coordination of it all. But we did it day after day after day after day after day. And now I go to pick up a wall ball and it's just second nature. It's not a problem. That's because I've trained myself how to do it. You're going to do the exact same thing with your nervous system. You're going to do daily reps, okay? Now, I want you to start simple. And the thing about this breath work that I'll email you, if you'll reach out to me, is it is unbelievably simple. It's 30 breaths. You take them as deep as you can. And on the 30th breath, you let it out. And then you hold your breath. And what starts to happen is eventually that smoke alarm goes off because it's telling you that you need to breathe. But you can literally, with your prefrontal cortex, your rational thought, you can start telling your amygdala, your smoke alarm, hey, we're okay. We just took 30 big breaths. We can stay a little longer. Now, you're not staying for extra minutes. We're talking nanoseconds here, but you're starting to widen your window of tolerance for autonomic nervous system discomfort. You're starting to tell your amygdala, the smoke alarm, that you're okay, that it's actually a false alarm, that everything will be okay. And then after a while, you'll eventually have to breathe. You take this great big breath in, hold that for 15 seconds. That rewards the amygdala, right? Because it stayed a little longer. it starts to trust you. And I know this sounds crazy, but literally nervous system dysregulation is civil war in the body. So you're training your amygdala to trust your rational thought once again. So you take that big breath, the amygdala gets rewarded. Oh, wow, we do have air. You let it all out and you start another round. Now, one breathwork practice done consistently builds more control than anything else I can think of. And I know I'm a huge fan of cold water immersion, but it raises the bar really high, because some guys are like, dude, you really want me to get in that cold water every single day? And the answer is yes. But breath work done consistently, it will build a ton of control for you. And if you'll do it like 3 rounds of what I send you every day, it takes about 10 minutes. And you can do that 10 minutes in the morning. And what you'll start to notice, and you have to kind of work at this, and that's why I coach guys, is because I teach them how to see it integrate during the week, right? Once you start to see this, you'll start to build more control, and then you'll have that moment. Oh my goodness! It's like when you look in the mirror and see that top pair of abs you haven't seen in 20 years, or you go to run a mile and you actually feel good, or whatever that case may be, or you get on the scale and the numbers have dropped. You start seeing the results, and then you're like, okay, this works. Then you're building momentum. So if you'll email me, I'll send you that audio. I think you'll get a lot out of it. And yeah, man, you'll be able to start your practice. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, dude. So today you learn breath work works because it resets your body's alarm system. You don't need more information. You need repetition. And start simple and do it every single day. My dude, thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening in. I hope these tools are helping you. Once again, email me, drop down in the show notes, click my email, send me an email, say I want that audio. I'll send you an MP3 and you'll have it to save on your phone. Use it anytime you want to, as much as you want to. All right. This episode is brought to you by Oak Haven Diagnostics. They work to help you manage your cattle herd. You take blood samples. They'll mail you the equipment. You take blood samples of your cattle. You send those blood samples back in, and they tell you exactly how pregnant your herd is, or if they are not. It is a great tool for herd management. You can find them at oakhavendiagnostics.com. All right, my dude. I hope you have a great week. I will see you on Sacred Sunday.